The history of Dragon Ball. It's a long story. Thankfully, the series helps document itself via a dating system created by the author. However, that dating system is a little bit different from what we normally have, as the era markers and dates used do not mirror that of the real world. But hopefully, with this timeline, we can help you wrap your head around it.
Welcome to the Amagi! Before we begin, we publish a new video every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Also, we just released some brand new merch. If you'd like to show your support for the channel even further while at the same time repping stylish clothing, be sure to check that out as well. The store is linked below. YouTube's been unsubscribing users from channels lately, so if you're a fan of us, please do us a favor and double check to see if you're still subscribed. It only takes a second, and it helps us a ton here at Amagi. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video.
The Dragon Ball world uses its own calendar, and instead of using BC and AD, it uses the terms before age and just age. What this age marks has never actually been explained, but whatever it is, it must not have been important enough to mark down in any other timeline, so, well, anyway, let's just get down to it. Time immemorial to year 42 of the Divine Calendar. Majin Buu is known to have existed. How he was truly created is unknown. It was once believed that Bibidi created him about 5 million years before age, but sources disagree, and it's highly believed he merely summoned him. Majin Buu proceeds to wreak havoc on the universe, sleeping and causing destruction in cycles. In year 41 of the Divine Calendar, Zalama creates the Super Dragon Balls, and the year after that he issues a patent on the stars in the center that will always show straight no matter which way you view them. 100 million years before age to 5 million years before age, King Kai's world is shown to exist. Whether it was created at this time or had been around for a while is unknown. 75 million before age, during one of the millennial scheduled meetings between Supreme Kai and Destroyer, Old Kai runs his mouth and pisses off Beerus, who decides to merely seal him away in the Z-Sword. Due to him being incapacitated and thought lost forever, they name a new Supreme Kai in his place. Coincidentally, during this time, Kronoa and Mechikabura battle for the position of Supreme Kai of Time, with Kronoa coming out victorious. She seals her evil rival away in the Crack of Time. Later on, Demigra attempts the same, but this also results in him being sealed away in the Crack in Time. 10 million years before age, Grand Supreme Kai has his battle against Moro, where he uses much of his power to seal away the evil wizard's power. He cannot be executed though, due to still maintaining a high power level, so he's imprisoned by the Galactic Patrol, who put his execution on hold until someone of proper power level arises who can actually end the wizard's life. 5 million years before age, Bibidi successfully summons Majin Buu, whom he hopes to control to destroy his enemies, the Kai. With the help of Majin Buu, he manages to kill the West and North Supreme Kais, absorbs the South Supreme Kai, and absorbs the Grand Supreme Kai. Due to gaining a heart from absorbing the Grand Supreme Kai, he becomes more passive, and the East Supreme Kai is spared. Buu is then sealed away by Bibidi, who is glad to be rid of him. However, the remaining Supreme Kai, Shin, kills Bibidi for his actions. He's unaware that Bibidi had a son. 239,906 to 739 years before age. Belmont becomes the destroyer of Universe 11. Due to clashing ideals, he leaves the Pride Troopers. Sometime around here, Zeno wishes to hold an all-universe hide-and-seek tournament, but it's cancelled due to Beerus oversleeping. This earns the Lazy Cat the ire of the other destroyers. 6,233 years before age, the heroic Mjorn fights against an alien menace and is killed. Due to his actions, he's allowed to keep his body. 4,237 years before age, Garlic Jr.'s ancestors come to Earth from the Makyo star. 2,833 years before age, the hero Sarta defends his home planet from the impact of a meteor and perishes. He gets to keep his body after death as recognition of his deeds. 1,104 years before age, Chilled and his pirate crew are expanding their influence, and Bardock appears here from a time warp. He witnesses Chilled's brutality and is reminded of an event that is yet to happen. He activates Super Saiyan for the first time and beats the tyrant to death. This starts a legend passed down through Frieza's family line, which causes him to fear the Saiyans. 739 years before age, Princess Snake builds her castle on Snake Way. 238 years before age to 50 years before age. Yamashi appears on planet Sadala. Legends differ from source to source. Some say he was an insane warrior whose power drove him mad and caused him to destroy his own world with primal power. Others say he was a kind and gentle man who was saddened by the evils his people committed and took on divine power based in love to deliver justice to his people. On a personal note, more akin to headcanon, I believe Yamashi was both and had a mentality more akin to DBS Broly, kind and gentle but also a primal god. The year after, Turtle is born and destined to become friends with Master Roshi. 226 years before age, the planet Konats is attacked by the beast Hirudegarn. Tapion and his brother Menodia fight against a Konatsian wizard who uses 2 magical ocarina and a blessed sword to defeat the beast. It's sealed away within the brothers, who then seal themselves into music boxes that are sent across the universe in hopes of keeping the beast locked away. 6 years after these events, Hit is born in Universe 6. It's at this time that Universe 6's planet Sadala witnesses its first legendary Super Saiyan. However, this legendary Super Saiyan is an evil Saiyan who nearly destroys everything. 50 years before age, Bandages the Mummy is born. Age 176 to age 474, Fangs the Vampire is born. In age 250, fortune teller Baba begins her business and Earth officially unifies into a one-world government. Age 261, King Yema and Princess Snake meet and fall in love. That same year, the planet of the Namekians witnesses a crisis in which their entire planet's ecosystem is thrown off, resulting in the deaths of all Namekians except Guru, who is destined to birth the next generation, Piccolo, who was sent off-world by his father, and Lord Slug, who had been exiled for his evil deeds. While the series never elaborates on what caused this catastrophe, I can't help but notice that the events and circumstances are very similar to the Shadow Dragon saga, in which the overuse of the Dragon Balls, which were created by Namekians, release shadow dragons whose negative karma energy wreaks havoc on the ecosystem and threatens not only Earth, but the universe. Age 430, Master Roshi is born. The year after, Piccolo becomes the apprentice of Earth's guardian alongside Garlic Sr. Age 448, an 18-year-old Roshi trains alongside Shen under Master Mutaito. However, Roshi falls in love with Fan, and a rift between he and Shen opens up. 2 years later, a 20-year-old Roshi climbs Korin's tower to obtain the sacred water. The year after, age 451, King Kai and Beerus meet. After a game of hide-and-seek, which Beerus loses, he shrinks King Kai's planet in anger. King Kai then either can't restore it or prefers it quaint and leaves it that way. The dense nature of the planet causes gravity to increase by 10 Gs. 6 years later, mercenary Tao is born. 2 years after Tao's birth, Piccolo is chosen by the Earth's guardian to replace him, which causes a rift between he and Garlic. Garlic tries to take the position by force and is sealed away. Sometime around this era, Piccolo creates the Black Star Dragon Balls, but he deems them too dangerous to use and seals them up. Piccolo then decides to separate the evil from his heart to become worthy of the position, and splits into the good Kami and the evil Demon King Piccolo, who starts an incredible number of wars. His reign is only stopped when Master Mutaito uses the evil containment wave to seal him into a rice cooker. In age 467, the 4-directional Kai meet for a reunion. Age 470, Kami creates the Dragon Balls. Age 474, Demon King Dabura sends an underling to scout Earth. Age 550 to age 716, the exiled Saiyans from the planet Sadala land on planet Plant. It's questioned whether they're accepted or not. The Saiyans claim to have been driven into the wilderness by the Tuffles, and the Tuffles claim that the Saiyans chose to live separately. Either way, they don't mix well and form 2 totally different civilizations. Age 650, Master Roshi finds the 3-star Dragon Ball and the first ever World Martial Arts Tournament is held. Year 658, Grandpa Gohan is born. Age 662. After years of companionship, Kami finally tells Mr. Popo about his childhood and everything he remembers about Namek, including teaching Popo the language of his people. Age 703 or 712, Nappa is born. Age 710, King Choppa is born and the 13th World Martial Arts Tournament is held. Age 712, Dr. Briefs begins a business selling his new invention, Hoi Poi capsules. This amazing new gadget makes the Briefs family absurdly rich and world famous. At the same time, Dr. Wheelo decides to take over Earth, but a weather disaster locks him away in ice, with his only assistant, Dr. Cochin, escaping. The people say it was an act of God, and that it was judgment for the mad scientist's evil schemes. Age 715, Emperor Pilaf is born. Ninja Murasaki is also born this day. Age 716, Mount Kiwi erupts, and hikui birds die out, with only 1 egg surviving. Age 720 to age 790, the Saiyan Tuffle War takes place. The Saiyans are led by King Vegeta III. The war lasts for 10 years, with both races in a stalemate. The Saiyans are too tough to be exterminated, and the Tuffles are too technologically advanced to be conquered. However, after 10 long years, the full moon appears, and the Saiyans are capable of transforming into great apes. In a single night, they sweep over the planet's surface, killing every Tuffle and taking the palace, where the Tuffle King transfers his consciousness into a neo-machine mutant parasite known later simply as Baby. It is ejected into space to later be found by Dr. Mew. At the same time, Dr. Raichi creates Hachiyak, but is created before he can activate it. He and the Hachiyak are ejected into space. Age 730, Mercenary Tao makes his debut as a mercenary. His tongue kills many people. Age 731, Granola is born on planet Cereal, and the Saiyans are brought into the Cold Forest to serve King Cold, who gives them purpose but imposes fear upon them. Age 732, Vegeta and DBS Broly are born. Vegeta is considered a prodigy, but DBS Broly is the legendary Saiyan. King Vegeta is both fearful and jealous of the child and exiles him to a distant planetoid to die. Broly's father, Paragus, follows after and vows vengeance upon King Vegeta. In this same year, King Cold announces his retirement and transfers his position to his son, Frieza. Year 733, Bulma, Yamcha, and Tien are born. King Furry is then sworn in as the ruler of Earth. Somewhere between age 733 and 737, Tarbell is also born. He's not considered to be a prodigy like Vegeta and is deemed both a low-class warrior and a failure, and is sent away in shame. Age 734, DBS Goku is born. The Saiyans invade planet Cereal, where Bardock, in a moment of humanity, chooses to spare Granola, his mother, and Monito. He faces off against Gas, where his Saiyan ability to adapt proves enough to allow him to survive the Heater's Enforcer's onslaught. Age 735, Yajirobe is born. Baby also begins preparations for his plan to eradicate the Saiyans and take over the universe, tough-lizing all of its inhabitants. It's here that Frieza begins to feel disdain towards the Saiyans. Age 736, Krillin and Mark Hercule are born. The later, going by Mr. Satan, takes the world by storm as the Earth's greatest martial artist. Age 737, Chi-Chi is born. It's also in this year that the non-canon Broly and the Toei-verse Goku are both born. Much like in DBS, Broly's strength intimidates King Vegeta, but King Vegeta decides to actually kill him and Z Paragus, leaving him to die in a trash pit. Chi-Chi's mother dies this year as well. The Saiyans invade planet Kanasa this year in the Toei-verse's version of Bardock's history, and there Bardock receives the gift, but in his infinite wisdom elects to ignore him. Frieza then destroys planet Vegeta and all of those thereon. Age 738, Chiaotzu is born. Age 739, the mountains where Ox King and Chi-Chi lives are set on fire. The Oracle Fish also mentions to Beerus that someone who could rival his power will appear approximately 39 years from that moment, and Beerus decides to take a short nap until that time, during which he dreams of the legendary Super Saiyan God. Year 740, Puar and Oolong are born, and Krillin begins his training at Orin Temple. Baby then lands on planet M2, where Dr. Mew reverse engineers it to create the machine mutants. Age 744, Hoi begins his search for Tapion. Age 745, Senbei Norimaki creates the android Arale. Age 747, the legendary team of Puar and Yamcha is formed. The year after, the immortal Phoenix is accidentally killed by Master Roshi, who feeds it bad seed. Turtle also gets lost looking for mushrooms. In year 749, Bulma begins senior high and finds the 2-star Dragon Ball in her basement. After hearing a legend, she seeks out and finds the 5-star ball in a cave. Tights, Katayude, Omori, and Jacko all have a reunion. Age 749, the events of Dragon Ball begin. The movie Path to Power also begins this year. After the death of Grandpa Gohan, Goku lives alone on Mount Paozu until he's found by Bulma, who attempts to get him to give over his Dragon Ball. Together, they set off on an adventure to find the other ones. This leads them to meet Roshi, save Turtle, meet Chi-Chi, Yamcha, Puar, and Oolong. They end up captured by Emperor Pilaf, who prepares to kill them and make a wish, but Oolong wastes the wish on women's underwear, and Goku destroys the castle as a great ape until his tail is removed by his friends. In the year 750, Goku and Krillin begin training under Roshi for the World Martial Arts Tournament, and they face off against the Red Ribbon Army. Goku takes down Muscle Tower and also begins climbing Korin's Tower. He gets the Sacred Water and destroys the Red Ribbon Army. It's then that the surviving Dr. Gero escapes with his research materials and vows to destroy Goku. Goku then faces off against the spirit of his grandfather in Fortune Teller Baba's arena. Between the ages 750 to 753, Goku meets Master Chin, fights Sky Dragon in the Master of Martial Arts Tournament, and faces off against Shula in the Demon World. He also saves Inoshika-cho, no, not the Naruto characters, and meets Tien for the first time. Age 753, Goku swims to Papaya Island to participate in the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament. It's here that Krillin is killed by Tambourine and Demon King Piccolo makes his debut on the world stage after having been freed from his rice cooker. On May 9th, he declares the world his and marks the date as Piccolo Day. Master Roshi and Chiaotzu are killed by Piccolo, who restores his youth with a wish from the Dragon Balls. Goku then drinks the sacred water and faces off against Demon King Piccolo, killing him. Piccolo Jr., or as I will refer to him from now on, just Piccolo, is born. All of Goku's dead friends are brought back to life, and many of them climb Korin Tower to train. Age 756, the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament takes place. Most of Gohan's friends in school are also born, including Videl, whose mother dies afterwards. Goku is challenged by Chi-Chi and eventually marries her. He fights Piccolo for the first time and meets with Grandpa Gohan again. The year after, Gohan is born. The child rejects all names except for Gohan, which everyone thinks would be a perfect fit and a great sign of respect to Goku's grandpa. Age 759, Dr. Hedo is born. Age 760 to 770, Rildo is created by Dr. Mew, who uses him to take over M2 and expand his empire to the stars. Age 761, Garlic Jr. appears and kidnaps Gohan to get his Dragon Ball to wish for immortality. He's fought by Goku and Piccolo and sent to the Dead Zone. The Saiyans are sent to conquer planet Shik and are then summoned by Frieza to discuss their work. Vegeta formulates a plan to destroy Frieza and Goku submits. Goku and Piccolo decide to team up against Raditz and the two find that their power is barely enough. However, after holding Raditz back, Piccolo kills Raditz and Goku before kidnapping Gohan himself to train, knowing that stronger Saiyans will come to Earth in 1 year seeking the Dragon Balls. Age 762, the Z fighters train on Kami's lookout. Goku crosses Snake Way to train with King Kai, and Gohan trains with Piccolo on an island. Goku is wished back to life by the Dragon Balls, and the Z fighters finish their training. The Saiyans land and absolutely body the Z fighters, killing Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, and Piccolo. Goku shows up too late, but manages to effortlessly defeat Nappa, crippling him. In response, Vegeta executes Nappa for weakness. Goku and Vegeta have their first fight, which is so close, but the advantage is given by Gohan and Krillin. Vegeta escapes and heals, gaining a Zenkai. At around this time, Lord Slug appears on Earth to take over the planet, but is killed when Goku utilizes Pseudo Super Saiyan, Kaioken times 100, and a Spirit Bomb. Gohan and Krillin decide to go to Namek to find the Dragon Balls and revive their friends, but they discover that Vegeta and Frieza are already there. Goku sets off to help them, but the Ginyu Force is also called to deal with Vegeta. The Ginyu Force nearly kills Gohan, Krillin, and Vegeta, but Goku shows up and defeats them. Goku ends up wounded though and needs to heal. While he's healing, Frieza makes his appearance to take the Dragon Balls. He plays with his food too long though, and Goku wakes up. For a time, he faces Goku, but when he kills Krillin, Goku snaps and turns into a Super Saiyan. Frieza would attempt to destroy Namek, but that causes a delayed explosion, giving Goku enough time to defeat him. Goku then escapes and trains on planet Yardrat. Age 763, Krillin and the others are revived. Bulma becomes pregnant with Trunks, and Vegeta leaves Earth to train. Turtle celebrates his 1000th birthday, and the Makyo star arrives, giving Garlic Jr. the power he needs to escape the Dead Zone. Future Cell also arrives from the future in a larval state, where he proceeds to grow once more in hopes of achieving his perfect form. Age 764, Trunks arrives on Earth to kill King Cold and Mecha Frieza and proceeds to wait for Goku's arrival. Goku shows up and Trunks spoils the next season of Dragon Ball in hopes of rewriting the script. He gives Goku heart medicine in hopes that it'll save Goku and then disappears for a while until the androids arrive. Age 766, Trunks is born. Age 767, Cooler's revenge takes place, in which Cooler comes to Earth to kill Goku for shaming his family for killing Frieza. He's launched into the sun for the ultimate burn. The 24th World Martial Arts Tournament takes place and Mr. Satan is crowned the victor. Videl also participates in the Junior Division. Android 19 and 20 show up to fight the Z Fighters, but Goku shows up and almost stomps them until he has a heart virus attack, because apparently he forgot his meds. Vegeta steps up and proves that even a machine can feel fear. However, he gets wiped by androids 17 and 18, and Goku heals from his heart virus. He and Gohan train in the hyperbolic time chamber, as do Vegeta and future Trunks. Piccolo fuses with Kami and then trains in the hyperbolic time chamber as well, after matching with Android 17 but failing to kill Cell. Cell absorbs Android 17, reaching his semi-perfect state, and later is allowed to absorb Android 18 and achieves his true perfect form. Vegeta and Trunks go back into the hyperbolic time chamber after Gohan and Goku leave it in grade 4 because they're sore losers. It's at this time that Goku and Chi-Chi conceive their second child, Goten. The events of the return of Cooler, Broly the legendary Super Saiyan, and plan to eradicate the Saiyans take place. The Cell games are declared and they begin. Goku forfeits his match and has Gohan take his place. After a harsh beating and the death of Android 16, Gohan transforms into a Super Saiyan 2 and brutally beats Cell. However, Cell plans to destroy everyone in an explosion, so Goku selflessly sacrifices himself and all the people on King Kai's planet without permission to save the world. Cell returns to Earth and fights Gohan, proving to be stronger and overpowering the child. However, with encouragement from Goku and possibly a little extra energy, Gohan kills Cell. A funeral is then held for Goku. The events of BoJack Unbound then take place. Age 770, Android 18 and Krillin get married, and then the year later, Marin is born. Kinda weird that Krillin named his daughter after his ex-girlfriend. In age 773, Supreme Kai and his aide Kibito come to Earth in search for Majin Buu. The year after, Gohan attends Orange Star High School, where he begins his journey as the Great Saiyaman and meets Videl. She discovers who Gohan is and demands that he join the 25th World Martial Arts Tournament and teach her how to fly. He obliges, and Goku decides to return to the series for this. The Broly Second Coming movie then takes place, where Gohan, Goten, Trunks, and Videl defeat Broly to at least make it fun, and so he becomes Prince of Destruction Majin Vegeta. Vegeta. He and Goku fight, and their fight causes Buu to awaken. Vegeta wins through underhanded tactics and attempts to kill Buu personally, but fails and just dies. Goku then tries to use Super Saiyan 3 to kill Buu, but doesn't, choosing to let the others do it. He teaches Goten and Trunks how to use fusion before departing for the afterlife. The events of Bio Broly then occur, in which a clone of Broly is made by Lord Jaguar to get revenge on Mr. Satan. The events of Fusion Reborn also happen here, where an accident with the evil scrubbing machine creates the evil Janemba. Goku and Vegeta fuse into Gogeta for the first time to end this threat. Mr. Satan befriends Buu after he's killed most of the people on Earth and gets him to change his ways. However, when Buu's puppy is shot and Mr. Satan is nearly killed, Buu spawns an evil version of himself, which absorbs him and becomes Super Buu. Super Buu then continues to terrorize everyone and go to the lookout, where they convince him just to wait a little longer for Goten and Trunks to finish training. He barges in instead, but Piccolo locks them in until Buu uses Vice Shout to escape. Gotenks and Piccolo do the same. Gotenks Super Saiyan 3 nearly beats Super Buu, but time runs out. Gohan, who had been training the whole time with the Supreme Kai, comes back with potential unleashed and kicks Buu's butt. However, Buu absorbs Gotenks and overpowers Gohan. Goku comes back to life when old Kai sacrifices his life for him. He tries to fuse with Gohan, but Gohan gets absorbed too. Vegeta uses his own 24 hours of life to fuse with Goku, and they defeat Buu, saving those within. However, Super Buu becomes Kid Buu, an unstable and pure version of himself, and destroys the Earth. He tracks Goku and Vegeta to the realm of the Kai, but is defeated by a spirit bomb. Wrath of the Dragon then takes place, where Tapion is freed. He develops a bond with Trunks, and together with the Z-Fighters, they save the world from the threat of Hirudegarn. Age 775, Doltaki is hired by Mew to become the High Priest of Ludism. Age 776, Son Goku and his friends' return takes place, with Tarble coming to Earth. Age 778, Gohan and Videl are married, and Videl gets pregnant with Pan. Beerus then awakens from his nap to find the Super Saiyan God, which leads him to Earth. Goku, with the help of his friends, turns into a Super Saiyan God, but is still beaten by Beerus. Beerus is impressed enough to spare everyone, and Whis offers to train Goku and Vegeta. Age 779, Pan is born, and Goku and Vegeta leave to train with Whis and Beerus. While there, the Frieza Force uses the Dragon Balls to bring Frieza back to life, who spends 3 months training and achieves his golden form. Goku and Vegeta train with Whis and achieve Super Saiyan Blue. They're then summoned back to Earth by Bulma, and Frieza attacks. Goku spares Frieza, but Frieza destroys Earth. Whis rolls time back and allows Goku to kill Frieza. Goku and Vegeta continue to train with Whis and Beerus until Champa shows up. Beerus brags about Earth's food, and Champa makes a bet with him over the Super Dragon Balls that Universe 6 has better fighters. Beerus takes the bet, and Universe 7 then gathers for the Tournament of Destroyers, where Universe 7 barely comes out on top. Zeno, however, sees this and likes the idea and begins planning a tournament of his own. Beerus then kindly uses the Super Dragon Balls to wish for Universe 6's Earth to exist again, allowing Champa to enjoy the food there. Future Trunks then returns to the past to get help from Goku and Vegeta. They travel to the future and discover that it's under the threat of Zamasu and Goku Black, the latter of which is an alternate Zamasu that took over the body of Goku. After Goku Black and Zamasu fuse into merged Zamasu, Goku and Vegeta fuse into Vegeto and face off against Zamasu with Super Saiyan Blue, but they fail to kill him when they run out of energy. Trunks then defeats the false god with a spirit bomb that he turns into the Sword of Hope. However, Zamasu, depending on if it's anime or manga, either turns into the universe or begins to multiply endlessly until Goku summons Zeno to destroy him. Age 780, Zeno begins his tournament and summons some fighters to an expo where Goku faces off against Toppo and nearly loses. They then attend the Tournament of Power, a martial arts tournament where all 12 universes have gathered. The one favored to win is Universe 11 due to Jiren's overwhelming strength. However, when Goku awakens Ultra Instinct, the tables turn and Universe 7 is crowned victorious. Android 17 wishes that all universes that were destroyed get to come back. Frieza is revived and searches for powerful warriors. Finding Broly, they head to Earth to face off against Goku and Vegeta, where Goku and Vegeta are forced to fuse into Gogeta to beat Broly. Age 780 to 781, Moro breaks free, and Goku and Vegeta are sent to stop him alongside Maris, a renegade angel. Maris teaches Goku how to properly use Ultra Instinct, and with it, Goku manages to defeat Moro. They're then requisitioned by the Heaters to kill Granola, who has just wished to become the universe's strongest by sacrificing all but 3 years of his life. Goku and Vegeta face him, and Vegeta displays his new Ultra Ego, but neither can beat him. It's then that they realize that they were set up by the Heaters, who wanted them to kill each other. They then wish that Gas was the strongest and sacrifice everything but a few hours of his life to do it. Gas fights them and proves to be stronger, but he rapidly ages until he grows too old, and then Frieza appears out of nowhere and kills him. Frieza then transforms into his Black Frieza form and proceeds to kick Goku and Vegeta's butt. He lets them live, and Goku and Vegeta leave to train more in preparation for facing him again. Age 783, Goten and Trunks are now attending Blue Hal High School and working part-time as Great Saiyaman X1 and X2. They end up encountering androids built by Dr. Hito, and steal an optical disc containing specs on Cell from him. Inside is an autograph from Dr. Hito's favorite hero, Clean God. Dr. Hito sends waves of androids to get it back, but each are defeated. Then, after the school dance is used to lure him out, they capture Dr. Hito and he's imprisoned for 3 months. After that, he's released and recruited by the new Red Ribbon Army, and he sets about creating new androids, which the Red Ribbon Army claims will be used to fight crime. He creates Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, which he sends to fight Piccolo and proves to be stronger. Piccolo decides he needs a power-up and wishes for Shenron to awaken his potential. In doing so, he manages to unlock his smooth criminal and orange you glad it's not banana form. He infiltrates the Red Ribbon Army where he helps them kidnap Pan to force Gohan to get back into the game. Gohan shows up and soon Goten, Trunks, Android 18, and Krillin show up as well. They fight Gamma 1 and 2, but they realize that they're all on the same side. However, Magenta awakens their ultimate weapon, Cell Max, to fight. Cell Max faces off against them but is severely weakened by an attack that claims Gamma 2's life. Piccolo then snares Cell Max with his giant orange form, and Gohan, who achieves his beast mode, fires a special beam cannon into its head, destroying its weak spot, causing the beast to explode. Peace then returns to the world. Likely the Black Frieza arc happens at some point between then and the Peaceful World saga, but I can't be certain because it's not out yet. Age 784, the 28th World Martial Arts Tournament begins, and Goku meets Oob, who he takes to train. Age 789, Pilaf uses the Black Star Dragon Balls. He wants to regain his youth, but accidentally turns Goku into a child. Goku then must go off to collect all the Dragon Balls from the furthest reaches of space to stop Earth from exploding within 1 year. Goku, Pan, and Trunks find the rest of the Dragon Balls and return to Earth. They then discover Baby is in control, and Baby uses the Dragon Balls to remake Planet Plant in Earth's atmosphere, naming it Planet Tuffle. Goku attempts to stop him, but is defeated. Piccolo chooses to remain on Earth and die so that nobody can ever use the Black Star Dragon Balls again. I mean, he could have just found and destroyed one of them, but to each their own. They then wished Earth back with the Namekian Dragon Balls. Age 790, peace has returned, but in Hell, Dr. Mew and Dr. Gero team up to create Hellfighter 17, who they send to the living world to fuse with Android 17, becoming Super 17. Goku is tricked into going to Hell by Mew and Gero. However, Piccolo gets sent to Hell so he can help Goku escape. Goku returns and manages to kill Super 17 with Android 18's help. However, before they can wish to undo all the damage that was done, the Shadow Dragons appear and force Goku and Pan to go on another Dragon Ball hunt. Goku manages to kill most of the Shadow Dragons to save Sin Shenron, who absorbs the Dragon Balls to become Omega Shenron. Goku and Vegeta fuse into Gogeta, who bodies Omega but defuses before he can finish the job. It all looks bad. Goku has practically died. Still, the Z-Fighters resist. Goku on death's door, possibly having died according to the scriptwriter, calls out for Genki from everyone in the universe. He rises up and uses the Spirit Bomb to destroy Omega Shenron. However, with all of the Dragon Balls cleansed, real Shenron appears and says that the Dragon Balls must go away for a time, and so he takes Goku with him, and Goku goes away forever, or so it seems, leaving the world in peace. Age 880 to age 889, Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. are born. In age 889, Pan suffers a massive heart attack and nearly dies. This spurs Goku Jr. and his friend Puck to go to Mount Paozu to get a Dragon Ball to wish her back. Along the way, they face many trials, including a monster hunting a bear, a witch, and a massive shape-shifting boar, likely related to Oolong if you ask me. Slight bit of headcanon, but I'm pretty sure Lord Yao is Oolong's descendant. After achieving Super Saiyan and getting the Drago's spirit in the audience watching, Goku would leave before she could get to him though. Goku then walks on, smiling at the peaceful world left behind before flying off to heaven. And that, my friends, is the entire history of Dragon Ball. I hope you enjoyed it. It was certainly a long trip for our heroes, but it all worked out perfect in the end. Everyone had fun, the universe was saved, and a legacy of kindness, bravery, and honor was left behind for generations to observe. Let us know down in the comments below what your favorite part of Dragon Ball was. Honestly, my favorite part is when Goku uses Super Saiyan 4 against Baby for the first time. That's by far my favorite form.
Did you enjoy our video? Well, then be sure to check out these other great videos from the Amagi, and make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.